another beautiful morning, of course, a beautiful day. Welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show, coming to you from Carnival Radio. And this is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Oyokola. Good morning and welcome once again. Today on Newspaper Review, I came with different newspapers, and each of them with interesting stories. I have the Punch with me, I have the Vanguard, I have the Nation, I have the Post, a newspaper. Before we dive into reading the headlines, my name is Joseph Oyekola, and I'm here again once again to bring the top stories to you this beautiful morning. From the Punch, a newspaper, Amzat Yayi Ali Mihimaj APC consensus governor candidate. From the Vanguard newspaper, ICPC to arraign Henrufai in Kaduna today. From the Nation newspaper, EFCC marks Malami's Abuja property for 45. On to the Daily Post newspaper, convention, PDP begins nomination form sale, reaffirmed Sunni gang. And now to the news and details, and I read from the Punch newspaper, where the assumption of that Amzat Yayi Ali Mihimaj APC consensus governor candidate. The All Progressives Congress is moving toward a consensus arrangement to settle and Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Obafemi Amzat, as its governorship candidate for the 2027 election in Lagos State. Similarly, the party stakeholders are said to also favor the senator representing Ogun West and chairman, Senate Appropriation Committee, Olamileka Diola, popularly known as Yayi, for Ogun State, and the senator representing Oyo South Senatorial District, Sharafadi Ani, for Oyo State. The purported decisions emerged from a meeting of APC stakeholders from the three states with President Bola Tinubu in Lagos on Sunday night. Tinubu had hosted Vice President Kashim Shettima and 23 governors at his Lagos home for the Eid al-Fitr celebrations, and sources with knowledge of the matter told newsmen that the president and party stakeholders from Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo held another meeting to take critical decisions ahead of next year's general election. The Independent National Electoral Commission has scheduled the Presidential and National Assembly elections for January 16, 2027, and the governorship and state houses of assembly elections for February 6, 2027. For more details, please visit the Punch newspaper. Amzat Yayi Ali Mihmaj, APC consensus governor candidate. Moving to the Vanguard news paper, in where the ICPC has said that we arraigned El-Rufai in Kaduna today. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has said it will arraign former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai before the Federal High Court in Kaduna on Tuesday today over alleged corruption-related offences. The planned arraignment follows mounting pressure from stakeholders, including the African Democratic Congress, which demanded the immediate release or arraignment of the former governor. The stakeholders had described the continued detention of the former governor without formal charges as a violation of constitutional right. Similarly, the Muslim Rights Concern condemned the prolonged detention by security agencies. Members of the former governor's family also called for his arraignment before a competent court, expressing concern over what they described as his prolonged detention. In a statement on Monday by the head of Media and Public Communications, John Hode, the commission said El-Rufai and one Joel Adoga would be arraigned in such number of FHE at the Federal High Court, Kaduna Judicial Division. More details, please visit the Vanguard newspaper. ICPC to arraign El-Rufai in Kaduna today. In a related news from the Nation newspaper, where EFCC marks Malami's Abuja property for forfeiture. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has marked an Abuja property linked to former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami's son, saying the action followed a valid interim forfeiture order granted by a court. The Commission's spokesman, Dele Oyewale, stated this in the interview with the newsman on Monday, noting that the action was a normal law enforcement procedure. Oyewale said the marking of the property was meant to notify members of the public about it and the status following a forfeiture order. The statement followed a viral video of altercations between the former minister and operatives of the EFCC, which generated reactions online. He explained that once the forfeiture order is issued, the agency has the right to attach or mark the property to caution the public. The FCC spokesman also dismissed claims that operatives raided the property, insisting that the commission only carried out enforcement of a court order. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. The FCC marks Malami's Abuja property for forfeiture. In another development, the People's Democratic Party leadership, backed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has commenced the sale of nomination forms ahead of its forthcoming national convention. The decision was announced on Monday following the party's 107th National Executive Committee meeting held in Abuja, where leaders reviewed preparations and timelines for the convention. The National Convention is scheduled to be held on March 29 and 30. The communique issued after the meeting, the party called on interested aspirants to adhere strictly to its guidelines. The communique was signed by the chairman of the PDP National Caretaker Working Committee, Abdurrahman Mohammed, and its secretary, Samuel Anjawu. NEC also reaffirmed the zoning formula for national elective positions, indicating that the distribution of offices will follow established arrangements designed to balance regional interests. Party leaders used the meeting to stress readiness for the convention, directing relevant committees to ensure a smooth process under the theme, a convention of inclusiveness, unity, and renewal. The meeting comes against the backdrop of a protracted leadership crisis that has plagued the party since November 2025. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper. Convention. PDP begins nomination form sales. Reaffirms zoning. the last news on newspaper review this morning. At least 5 persons have been confirmed dead following renewed court-related clashes in the Ilemba-Awori axis of Lagos State. The violence, which spread across Ilemba, Awori, and Shibiri communities in Oyo local government area over the weekend, involved suspected viral court groups engaged in violent confrontations. Residents said the situation created panic as gunshots echoed through the area, while armed individuals moved around with firearms, machans, and other dangerous weapons. According to eyewitnesses' account, the crisis reportedly began in the Etigbe area before escalating to neighboring communities, forcing many residents to abandon their homes in search for safety. One resident recanted that the first fatality occurred on Friday at the Etegbe waterside, where a young man who had been playing football was allegedly shot dead shortly afterwards. The unrest reportedly continued into Saturday evening, with reports of looting and robbery activities accompanying the violence. A shop owner, identified as Esther, said she quickly closed her business and fled with her child after spotting armed youth moving along Shibiri Road. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper. 5 killed as court violence erupts in Lagos communities. To bring newspaper review to a close this morning, here is the recap of headlines. Amzat Yayi Ali Mihimaj, APC consensus governor candidate. ICPC to arraign El-Rufai in Kaduna today. EFCC marks Malami's Abuja property for forfeiture. Convention, PDP begins nomination form sale, reaffirms zoning. 5 killed as court violence erupts in Lagos communities. With that, we've come to the end of newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You could download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and App iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyokola. Good morning, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.